Hi everyone, welcome back to the Speaking Friends Center. Here we learn simple English for real life, slow and clear. Are you ready? Let's learn together. I am Wida, and it is nice to see you again. Today, I'm going to share my weekend routine with you. The weekend is special. They are the time when we rest, spend time with family, or do things we love. In this episode, I will tell you about my own weekend from morning to evening. And while I share, I want you to think about your weekend routine too. So, grab a cup of tea, relax, and let's talk about the weekend together. My weekend is usually simple, quiet, and calm, but I always try to make it meaningful and enjoyable. Even though I do not have many exciting plans every weekend, I find joy in the small things that I do throughout the day. Weekends are my favorite days because I can slow down, relax, and spend more time on things I love. I will tell you in detail what I usually do in the morning, at midday, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Maybe you will find something similar to your own weekend routine, or maybe you can get some new ideas for making your weekends better. On weekends, I usually wake up at around 8 o'clock in the morning. I do not like waking up too early because I feel that the weekend is my time to rest and recharge after a long week. On the other hand, I also try not to wake up too late because I want to make the most of the day. Waking up around 8 feels just right for me. After waking up, I start my day by washing my face and brushing my teeth. I like to take care of myself even on simple days, and starting with a clean face and fresh breath helps me feel ready for the day ahead. Then I usually drink a glass of water. Water is important to refresh my body and wake up my mind. Sometimes I also make a cup of tea. I enjoy the warmth of tea in the morning. It feels calming and gives me a little boost of energy. I like green tea, but sometimes I drink black tea, depending on my mood. After that, I do a little bit of exercise. My morning exercise is usually simple because I do not want to feel too tired right at the beginning of the day. I might do stretching, yoga, or short walk outside if the weather is nice. Stretching helps me feel more relaxed, and walking outside is refreshing because I can breathe fresh air and I can see people starting their day too. Exercise in the morning makes me feel happy and ready to take on the day. Then comes breakfast, which is one of my favorite parts of the morning. I try to eat breakfast that is both healthy and tasty. My breakfast is not always the same. Sometimes I eat bread with jam or honey, sometimes fried rice, and sometimes just fruits like bananas, apples, or oranges. I like to mix things up so I don't get bored. Breakfast is important because it gives me energy for my morning activities. While eating, I sometimes listen to soft music or watch a short video online. Oh, it is my little moment of joy before starting a productive day. After breakfast, I usually spend my morning cleaning my room. I believe that a clean room helps create a calm mind. I make my bed, sweep the floor, and organize my desk. Sometimes I rearrange my books, notebooks, or stationery. It might sound small, but when my room is clean and tidy, I feel proud and happy. It also helps me focus better when I study later in the day. Cleaning is not just about making my room look good. It is also about taking care of my environment and myself. I sometimes put on some music while cleaning, and it becomes almost like a mini dance session for me. By the end of the morning, I feel accomplished and ready for the next part of my day. At midday, I usually focus on studying Mandarin. Learning a new language is one of my personal goals, and I try to practice regularly. Mandarin is not an easy language, but I enjoy the challenge. Step by step, I try to improve my reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills. My midday study session usually starts with listening to short stories in Mandarin. I like listening to children's stories because they are simple, clear, and easy to understand. Sometimes I listen to audio lessons from apps or online websites. Listening helps me improve my pronunciation and understand how words are used naturally. After listening, I practice writing the characters. Writing Mandarin characters requires focus and patience. Each stroke must be in the correct order and shape. It can be difficult, but it feels rewarding when I see my progress over time. Studying at midday is perfect for me because my mind is still fresh. I usually study for 1 or 2 hours, depending on how focused I feel. After studying, I take a short break to rest my eyes and mind. I might drink water, have a small snack, or just relax for a few minutes. Breaks are important because they help me stay productive and avoid feeling tired too quickly. Sometimes, after studying, I like to review what I have learned. I make notes of new words, practice speaking sentences aloud, or even write a short paragraph using the words I learned. This practice helps me remember better. Learning Mandarin may take a long time, but I enjoy every small achievement, like understanding a sentence in story or writing a character correctly without mistakes. In the afternoon, I usually relax and enjoy my free time. Relaxing is important because it balances all the work and learning I do in the morning and midday. Sometimes I read a book. I enjoy both fiction and non-fiction books, depending on my mood. Reading helps me escape to another world, learn new things, and practice my English skills at the same time. Sometimes I watch a movie or listen to music. Watching movies is fun because I can experience different stories, cultures, and emotions. Music, on the other hand, can help me feel calm or energetic, depending on the song. I like to spend some time simply enjoying art and culture in these forms. I also spend time with my family in the afternoon. Family time is very precious to me. We talk about our day, share funny stories, laugh together, and sometimes cook a simple meal or snack. Cooking together is always fun. Even small talks, like cutting vegetables or stirring a pot, become enjoyable when we do them together. I also play with my three cats, Ella, Ellie, and Elo. They are very cute and playful. Watching them chase toys, jump around, or nap in funny position always makes me laugh. Sometimes I record the funny moments and upload them on YouTube to share with friends. It is simple, but it brings me happiness to see others enjoy the antics as well. If the weather is nice, I sometimes go outside in the afternoon. I like visiting the park, walking around the neighborhood, or going to the market. Being outside allows me to see people, enjoy nature, and breathe fresh air. It also makes me feel connected to the world around me, even in a simple way. In the late afternoon, I sometimes take a short nap, usually for 20 to 30 minutes. A short nap gives me more energy for the evening and helps me feel refreshed. After napping, I usually feel ready to do something creative or productive before the day ends. Evenings are my time for hobbies and reflection. One of my favorite activities is learning to play the keyboard. I practice step by step, starting with simple songs and gradually moving to more difficult pieces. Learning a musical instrument takes passion and focus, but it is also very rewarding. When I can play a new song, I feel a sense of achievement and joy. Music has always been part of my life, and playing the keyboard is my way of expressing myself. After practicing the keyboard, I usually have dinner with my family. Dinner is special time because it brings everyone together. We share food, stories, and experiences from the day. Sometimes we talk about funny things that happen, and other times we discuss plans for the next week. Eating together makes me feel happy and connected to my family. After dinner, I prepare for the next week. This might include checking my schedule, preparing my bag, or organizing my study materials. Planning ahead helps me feel less stressed and more ready for the upcoming days. I like to feel organized and prepared, even in small ways. Before going to bed, I enjoy a quick activity to wind down. Sometimes I read a little or I write in my journal. Writing in my journal helps me reflect on my day, express my thoughts, and set goals for tomorrow. Finally, I go to bed around 10 or 11 p.m., feeling grateful for a peaceful and productive day. So, that is my weekend routine in detail. I try to make my weekends simple but meaningful. Morning exercise and cleaning, midday study of Mandarin, afternoon relaxation and family time, and evening hobbies and reflection make my weekends enjoyable and fulfilling. Even though my weekends are not very busy, they are productive in their own small ways. I hope this story inspires you to find joy in simple things and make your weekends meaningful too. You can try learning something new, spending time with loved ones, or even just taking care of yourself. Weekend is a great opportunity to rest, grow, and enjoy life. Thank you for listening to my story. Remember, here we learn simple English for real life. Take things slowly, stay clear in your practice, and enjoy learning step by step. See you next time.